Carl asks, regarding cumulative delta, you've talked about delta neutral, 10,000 level. Can you talk about that some more? What are the significance of those levels and how do you use them? So let's get like a little whiteboard here or something. Well, maybe I should go down instead of up. Delta neutral, right, at 0, to me, is a measure of cumulative inventory. I'm not saying that it's the literal measure of inventory, that it's a perfect measure, but theoretically, right, I believe that if buyers take control, I believe that if there's a move down, that they are neutralized, right? And essentially that inventory is cleared out. And guess what? A lot of times you have to clear out inventory before you can go higher, which is why this kind of delta neutralization as a thing happens, right? I believe that if we got back to here, right? Again, it's just a neutralization of inventory. And then obviously above and then below, it's like a contextual read on essentially who's in contextual order flow is the term I use for it. Who's in control, really, right? So it's a contextual read. It's an actual clearing of inventory, a changing of who's in control at times. That's my take on delta neutral. A level like the 10K is something that it's not the same as delta neutral. I don't believe that there's anything that we could tie to inventory or auction market theory or any like tangible concept. I think for some reason, it is an area that algorithms have attached to. There are decisions made around that level, and you can see it time and time and time again. It's not a perfect thing. Nothing's perfect. You can't just print money off of a 10K type setup or whatever. That's not a thing, okay? But to me, the mental model I use for 10K is more so of a, let's go from positive 10K to negative 10K, okay, is one of something like this, a distribution, right? And if we can't hold out of it, I expect us to revert, right? And if we can hold above it, I expect us to keep pushing. It's an inflection, right? It's like the edge of a CBA or an edge of a profiles value area. That's the way I view 10K. And I think it's more so just something that's basically a self-fulfilling level, because for whatever reason, whatever machines or whatever have started to lean on that thing. I can't tell you otherwise. I don't like tools like that. I truly don't. Almost everything that I use and teach is not esoteric. I'm not a fan of fibs. I'm not a fan of, just like waves or all these things that people kind of just come up with off the fly. I'm a fan of things that connect with the auction process. And I think that of any single tool or reference or anything that I use as a part of complete NADRO, I think that some of the delta levels are the most esoteric and not grounded, right? Which is, by the way, is the name Apteros, right? Apteros means wingless, right? Most of you have probably read the blog post on how I came up with that name. Grounded. We are Apteros, the methodology, everything we are about is grounded in terms of psychology and ego. We're grounded in terms of connection to the way the auction mechanics work. And we're not flying away from that. We're not getting away from that. And the way that the Greeks, you know, did things and whatnot. It was a statue of, you know, Nike and whatnot, and they wanted to maintain victory and whatnot, so they didn't give her wings, so that victory would remain in that city. So that's all kind of the reasons where we came up with that terrace, or I came up with that terrace. Anyways, yeah, I think that covers it. That's how I see those two things, and how I use them, right? One's a contextual read on order flow. Who's in control, who's not in control? Does that jive with my narrative and acceptance and rhythm and DVA read, right? For a full kind of trade. And then 10K is kind of like, do we think there's good chance for continuation here, or are we failing, which might bring about more mean reversion in price as well, right?